particular event we are here for is to inaugurate a fast prototyping facility that is behind us. We'll see it later. Is basically an opportunity for our students and our researchers to create very quickly physical prototypes of products that are designed in a computer. So basically you design them in a computer and then the 3D printers print them out using some material. There is also a second space that you'll be able to visit in a while, which is a larger space dedicated to heavier machinery, including a CNC, a computer controlled tool that can create larger pieces out of different materials. That other space was a total investment of 500,000 euros, a significant part of which 20,000 was from the American Corner program with US Embassy, and the rest was from IST. And I hope we have the ability to continue to explore and to buy top of the range equipment for these spaces so that our students have the possibility to create new things.
I want to also say thank you to the President, President Oliveira, who's become not only a great partner, which he has been for a long time, but a good friend of ours. And thank you for hosting us again today. I also want to say a couple of words of thanks to the library director, Professor Diogo, and the coordinator of this space, Conceição Libano, for all their work on this space. This is very important to us. The one thing that has continued to hit home to me during the time that Dr. Mello has been with us, both in June and most recently over the last few days, is how important collaboration is. That the world advances, the great advances that are made in science in terms of our health, in terms of what we can do to make life better for humans, don't come from individual efforts. They come from collaboration. And the idea of the space here is to bring the kinds of tools to the great researchers that exist here at IST and actually throughout Portugal. Through this space, we are able to provide an e-library which provides researchers here access to academic and scientific databases, 3D scanners, 3D printers to allow the kind of cutting-edge research to continue to progress. We've been able to bring speakers here through our work at the American Corner. People like Ronald DePino, the head of MD Anderson Cancer Research. People like Alice Bowman, who was a fitting description, the Mission Operations Manager, or MOM, of the journey to Pluto. And most recently, I was here with Dr. David Newman, the Deputy Administrator of NASA, and I sat in the assembly hall, which was filled to the gills. People, barely able to get in because of their interest in science and exploration. What David Newman has said to me in the past is what's happening in the major Portuguese universities with respect to innovation and technology is equal to what's happening in the major universities in the United States. This is a great country for scientific exploration, and that scientific exploration is part of the exploratory gene that is in the DNA of all Portuguese people, including the Nobel Prize winner to my right. I am absolutely convinced that I know so little about genetics that I can make these statements without worrying that anybody is going to contradict me scientifically. But I am absolutely convinced that Craig Mello follows a long line of Portuguese explorers, and that in fact he he has that curiosity, he has that desire to explore the unknown that existed in this country 5 centuries ago. So it is really a pleasure for me to be able to introduce Dr. Mello. Not only is he a great researcher, not only is he a great scientist, not only is he a Nobel laureate, but he is one of the nicest people I have had a chance, and that is also consistent with his Portuguese roots. So with that, let me turn the microphone over to Dr. Craig Mello, a proud son of Portugal.
It really is a pleasure and an honor to be here. This is, I'm always really blown away when I come here and talk to the students and hear about the science that's going on. And I'm so thankful that Ambassador Sherman has sort of given me a home away from home at his own residency here. He's made it so easy for me to come here and visit and be with you and get to know my roots here again. And it's really true that the work that's going on here at the universities is cutting edge. And to do cutting edge research, you have to have cutting edge technology. And that's what this is all about, putting together the instruments that will, put the tools in the hands of the students and the faculty to be able to, to continue to do really cutting edge research. And I'm counting on you, because I like this 3D printing of organs, maybe even whole bodies. Can you print a second body and put me in it? Anyway, the technology, the advances in engineering and the life sciences, there's a real coming together and a synergy that's happening between, and this goes absolutely right into your field of computational everything now, but computational biology is now fundamentally important to the life sciences. You can't do biomedical research anymore without, really good computers and people who understand how to write code and do computational work. So the kind of work that's happening here at an engineering university is absolutely vital to advancing medicine and medical research. And of course, collaborations between people, because there's so many, there's more good experiments and projects that need to be done than there is funding to do it and people and brain power to do it. We need to team up. And so I think it's wonderful that there's such a willingness to collaborate here, and I look forward to continuing to establish connections so that we know each other and we can, interact and develop partnerships. I think it's wonderful that the U.S. Embassy is engaged in that and helping us to make that happen, because we really need that support, to bring us together and to make these meetings and these interactions happen. Not just the monetary support, but the energy of the embassy staff and the ambassador to actually bring the people together and to know who the right people are, to put them together, to talk to each other. This is so important, and I feel like this is a wonderful relationship that our countries and the spirit of discovery, as the ambassador said, there is a gene for that. I think it's actually in all humans, but I think it's nurtured by certain cultures, and I think that the Portuguese culture nurtures and values education in a very beautiful way. I've seen that in my own ancestry, and especially among my Portuguese side, where the opportunity for advanced education was not available to my own ancestors. My father was the first in his family to finish high school, let alone go to college. And yet they valued education so much, and they always supported my father and myself and all their children, even their daughters, all went to college. from the immigrant family with Portuguese roots. So I know from my own experience how deeply Portuguese people value education, and I can see it in the young people here that I interact with. I think this is a beautiful heritage, and it's based on I think the human spirit for discovery. And I think if we keep that positive attitude and continue to nurture that desire in our young people, then really great things will happen in the future. And I look forward to that happening right here. And I look forward to seeing this equipment that's now in place and the facilities for that research to happen. And once again, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
One, go.
I did. I won.